All right, let's talk about something that is absolutely critical for any workplace in Malaysia. We're going to be unpacking the whole legal framework around safety and health committees. What does that mean, and why should you care? Let's get into it.
So, let me just ask you this straight up. Do you feel like your workplace is truly safe? It's a simple question, right? But the answer, well, it can get complicated. It's so easy to think, oh, safety is someone else's job. But is that really how it works?
And that's the big idea right there. It's not. Real effective workplace safety isn't just a bunch of rules handed down from the top. It's a partnership. It's a genuine collaboration where employers and employees are all on the same team, working together.
So, here's our game plan. We're going to start with why safety is a shared responsibility. Then, we'll look at the specific laws that make it happen. We'll break down how you actually build a committee, see what they do day to day, and finally, get into why this is so much more than just ticking a box for compliance.
Okay, Section 1, a shared responsibility for safety. You know, this is really the bedrock of any healthy company. A proactive approach to safety isn't just about preventing injuries. It's about creating a space where people feel secure, they feel valued, and they can do their best work.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. In Malaysia, this is the magic number, 40. The very moment a company has 40 or more employees, the law kicks in. It's no longer a choice. They are legally required to set up a formal safety and health committee. It's a mandate. And that leads us perfectly into Section 2. Because this legal requirement doesn't just come out of thin air, it's all based on a very specific set of rules from 1996 that are designed to give this collaboration some real structure.
And here they are, the Safety and Health Committee Regulations 1996. They're part of the bigger, overarching law, the Occupational Safety and Health Act of 1994, which you might know as OSHA. And their entire purpose, their whole reason for existing, is to create that formal, structured way for everyone to cooperate on safety.
So you know you need a committee, but who exactly needs to be on it? In Section 3, let's break down who the key players are and what they're supposed to do.
The law is pretty smart about this. It demands balance. On one side of the table, you have your management representatives, including a chairperson who's appointed by the employer. And on the other side, you have employee representatives. And here's the key part. They're elected by their colleagues. This setup guarantees that the people on the ground floor have a real voice.
And if we zoom in on those roles, each one is crucial. The chairperson, well, they lead the meetings and act as the employer's voice. The secretary is the coordinator, the person who keeps all the gears turning. This is often the company's official safety and health officer. And then you have the representatives, who are that absolutely vital communication bridge between the workforce and management.
Okay, so the team is assembled. What now? What do they actually do? This brings us to Section 4, the committee and action. It's time to go from theory to practice.
One of their biggest jobs is this hazard management cycle. And they're not just reacting to problems, they're proactive. It's a four-step loop. First, they identify potential hazards before they cause harm. Second, if an incident or even a near miss happens, they investigate to find out the real root cause. Third, they recommend concrete solutions to fix the problem. And finally, and this is so important, they follow up to make sure the fix actually worked.
But their work never really stops. It's a continuous effort. This committee is constantly reviewing safety policies, doing regular inspections of the workplace, making sure the company is staying up to date with the law, pushing for safety training programs, and of course, keeping detailed records of absolutely everything.
And this brings us to our final and maybe most important section. This is about more than just compliance. Because if you think this is all just about avoiding fines, you're missing the best part of the story. A truly effective committee brings some incredible benefits.
The most obvious and most important one is this: fewer people get hurt. Plain and simple. When you have a dedicated group of people actively looking for and fixing risks, you're going to see a real, measurable drop in accidents and injuries. It just works.
Next up, you get way better communication. This committee creates an official, formal channel for dialogue about safety. Concerns are no longer just whispers in the hallway. They have a place to be heard, to be discussed seriously, and to be addressed by management.
And when you put all these pieces together, you get the ultimate prize: a stronger culture. A true safety culture, where safety isn't just a poster on the wall or a rule in a binder. It becomes a shared value that everyone, from the CEO right down to the newest hire, actually lives and breathes every single day.
I mean, this quote from the regulations really just says it all, doesn't it? The whole system is built on that powerful idea of cooperation. It's about creating a formal platform to bring everyone together for a common goal, making sure we all go home safe at the end of the day.
So I'll leave you with this to think about. How strong is the safety dialogue where you work? Is there a real platform for those conversations to happen? And just imagine how strengthening that cooperation could make your workplace not just compliant, but genuinely safer for everyone.